the Spanish Agency for International Development Cooperation and the International Culture Centre. This provides a platform for our students to interact with professional designers and to develop rich, creative dialogues with one another. We hope to continue to develop this partnership and to undertake many such collaborations in the future. The Foodjects exhibition not only presents not only interesting design propositions, but it also allows us to ask deep questions about food design and the future of food presentation. Food in Spain, as in Singapore, is a central part of culture and of social and family life. Importantly, it also, and I think this is exemplified in this collaboration, it also opens up new conversations and new friendships. Spanish design has a rich cultural heritage and tradition, and in recent decades it has undergone a dynamic transformation and evolution. If you put the two together, food and design, it offers us fascinating conjunctions and possibilities and highly original, mouth-watering creations. Tonight, not only will you be introduced to tantalizing flavors and textures and be tempted by the appetizing aroma of Spanish cuisine, you'll also be mesmerized by the visuals. A plate is not just an object on which to place food, but it serves to open up our appetites, our sensibilities, our imaginations, our minds. Here, chefs are masterminds who bring cuisine to a new level and team up with designers who create new concepts and distinctive approaches to food presentation. Our product design students have been privileged to be introduced to the project. I would like to thank Mr. Sergej Vich for his generosity in spending so much time with them this week and in providing so much expertise, guidance and inspiration. Indeed, this project has inspired them so much that the programme hopes to pursue an ethnographic research trip to Spain next year. We look forward to many such future exchanges and collaborations with them. On behalf of LaSalle, my heartfelt gratitude to His Excellency Mr. Federico Palomera, Ambassador of Spain to Singapore, and to Mr. Teo Hua Kok, founder of the International Culture Centre, and his team. In addition, we would like to thank our guest of honour, Jane Itogi, for gracing this event. I know this will be, in both a culinary and aesthetic sense, a truly tasteful evening. Gracias por haber venido y disfruten del resto de la tarde. Thank you for your presence and please enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you, Professor Dixon. Now, let's invite His Excellency Federico Palomera Guez, Ambassador of Spain in Singapore, up on the stage to share with us some inspirations behind Foodjects. His Excellency, please.
Ms. Jane Itogi, Chairman of the Singapore Arts Museum, Mr. Steve Dixon, President of LaSalle College of the Arts, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to invite you to the Foodjects table, set with objects created by Spanish designers to celebrate with imagination, humor, and taste the accolades received by Spanish cuisine later. My thanks go to the International Cultural Centre, Mr. Teo Hua Kok, for the organization of this event, to LaSalle College of the Arts for their generous participation and hospitality, of course to our guest of honor who graces us with her presence today, doubly so because today is the International Women's Day, and also to the Spanish restaurants La Ficala, Bilbao and Serenity, who have cooperated with us in, so to speak, putting some flesh on the bare bones of the cutlery and crockery that appear on the table. Speaking of flesh, thanks are also due to Euraco, the distributors of Joselito Iberico ham, the best ham in the world, true ambassadors of the flesh of this happy pig. Solimer will be refreshing our parched throats. The Roman writer Pliny the Younger equated civilization with the use of the Mediterranean triad of olive oil, wine, and bread. The Spanish cuisine made liberal use of all those ingredients. Faustino Cordón, the Spanish rheumatologist, says that cooking made man what he is, and the imperial Chinese court seems to have agreed with him, since it turned the peoples that had enjoyed contact with the celestial court cooked barbarians, consigning the rest to the raw castigo. In Spain, we have shared our table with many foreign visitors, from Phoenicians to Arabs, and from them we received many foodstuffs that were later elaborated in the subtle alchemy of the kitchen. Phoenicians and Romans taught us how to bake bread and salt fish with remarkable success. Arabs brought to our shores the aubergine, the Persian spinach, and also rice and sugar from the Far East. As a seafaring nation, Spain brought into the world many foodstuffs that were put there in the larder and became household items everywhere. Who could be able to imagine an Italian meal without tomato sauce, a movie without popcorn, a Valentine's Day without chocolate, or a Singaporean chili crab without chili? All these things were brought to the world started by Spanish adventurers. Spaniards also took an interest in the way foodstuffs can be prepared to suit foreign and local palates. In 1423, when Enrique de Villena, Marquis of Villena, and Grand Master of the Order of Calatrava, published a book, The Artificeria, or Art of Cutting, an allegorical cookbook that did a lot to enhance his reputation as a magician and alchemist. So delicious were his recipes that he was widely rumored to have got them by secret conference with the devil himself, and he narrowly escaped being barbecued together with his book. In 1473, Mestre Robert de Nola, the chief cook of the Aragonese court, wrote the Livre de Coche, the groundbreaking book in which the foundations of the miraculous Mediterranean diet can be found. And we could continue down the ages to reach the new alchemy of Ferran Adrià, another magician of the stoves, and the first chef to receive an honorary PhD degree by the University of Aberdeen. We will be able to enter the sanctum of Adrià's El Bulli with the video history of this modern house of Lucullus, courtesy of Spanish television. Food and the lack thereof have also pride of place in Spanish literature, from the mouth-watering episode of the wedding of Camacho in El Quijote to the stomach rumblings of Lázaro de Tormes, always looking for food, and down to the cookbooks of Julio Campa or the Countess of Pardo Bazán. And with the art of cooking came the quest for the perfect way to present it. Witness the delicate still lifes of Francisco Zurbarán, or the work that brings us here today, where the presentation and preparation of food is joined with imagination, tradition, and humor to find a new and amusing way to congregate around the table and enjoy the many ways that a meal can be enjoyed, from preparation to presentation, aiming to make a meal a total sensory experience. Martín Azúa and his team, Mr. Sergi Dick, of course, have gathered a number of pieces that show inventiveness, this sense of fun and sharing that is so important in the Spanish conception of meals, a reinterpretation of tradition, the use of new materials, and an impish wink to the beholder. If a designer is an achiever of solutions, somebody that can make objects, like Leonardo da Vinci said, both useful and beautiful, the pieces gathered today here are in that sense paradigmatic, as they allow us to enjoy further what is by itself enjoyable. But enough said, ladies and gentlemen, la mesa está servida, the table is served. Thank you very much.